Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into my Goody Haul report for the third week of October of 2012. Today is Wednesday, October 17th, the day after the second presidential debate here in the United States. And it was also a day after I actually received my sample ballot, and this is for the Sacramento County of California. And I just want to bring this up a little bit since it's the presidential election coming up, and I just want to make sure that if you are registered to vote, please do vote. And if you're not registered and you're qualified to be able to vote, please register to vote and have your voice heard. There are not very many countries in the world where the people are able to voice their opinion on who they want as their representative of their respective country. And a lot of the countries actually suppress that vote or not allow it at all. And for those folks here in the United States, I encourage you to be able to make your voice heard, and please do vote in this coming election. Whether it's for one party or the other, or neither, or even just write yourself in or somebody else in, at least take that opportunity to vote. Like I said, not many countries in the world will allow you to be able to vote and to select your representatives. So, but getting off my soapbox there, this is really my Goody Haul report. And we're going to head and start out with a similarly patriotic character here. I was able to find an Avengers Captain America figure, the Walmart exclusive Captain America figure. Now, I already have a Captain America figure. I got it when the line was first coming out. And this particular Captain America figure is just a little bit different. Several weeks ago I was reading on the forums that folks are finding paint variations of the Avengers, and this is one of them. I think it was Loki and Hawkeye who had also been repainted. The Hawkeye really is hardly noticeable in the differences, so I never bothered to look for it. And the Loki figure, I wasn't too happy with the repainted version. I think it was the yellow that was really much brighter and plasticky looking, so I never bothered to look for that one either. Now, I did want to look for the Captain America figure and finally found one, because the color difference on this one is actually a little bit better than the first release. I had no problems with the first release Captain America, and this is the first release Captain America here. And you can see that the blue is actually much brighter on the first release here, and the I guess the repainted version is a little bit more muted on the blue color, actually more accurate to the movie colors. And again, I still like this particular figure, but seeing this one here, I like this one a little bit more, so I decided to go ahead and look for it. And I was finally able to find one at a Walmart. And this was the same price as the other figures, about $16 at Walmart. So I haven't really found any other repainted versions out on the pegs. Again, I wasn't really looking for them. I was just really looking for Captain America. So, but if you can find them, take a look at them and decide if you really like those versions better than the first releases. But pretty nice find here. And some other goodies I was able to find at a Target. I was able to find this, a Marvel Universe Beta Ray Bill, which is pretty cool. I have not seen this particular wave at retail until now. I've seen or read posts of folks finding these or ordering them online several months ago, and Actually, the wave following this has already come out. I've already seen it in my area. So to finally see this particular wave of figures is pretty cool. Now, I was not only able to find a Beta Ray Bill, but I was also able to find a Kraven the Hunter. So I think that these two are the best out of the wave that these figures are from. And I'm glad to have found both of these. And especially Kraven the Hunter, because I really like the look, the sculpt. You can see reuse of parts, but it's done so well that it's a great looking figure. I really like that. Now, these figures I found at Target. They were $10 each, and just look at it. There's the other figures from the wave. Now, the Hulk here is basically a re-release of Hulk from the Avengers pack. I think it was a Walmart exclusive, so which I already have. So, and I had no intention of getting the single carded one, and I think he's also part of a comic pack. So he's re-released pretty heavily. And Spider-Man here, which I think I already have this Spider-Man. Now, I'm not sure if that's another re-release. I got him, I think, from a comic pack. I'm not sure. But I'm very happy to get these two figures from this wave. I already got a Beast, and probably this is about it from that wave. I can't remember who else is in the wave, but very happy to find these. Also at Toys R Us, both me and Munchkin number 2 have been having a lot of fun with the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Munchkin number 2 has his own set of turtles in addition to what I have, and we've been having a lot of fun watching the recent cartoon animated series, and also getting the new figures. And it seems that they have a new wave of figures, which is cool, such as this Dog Pound, and pretty cool. And just looking at the back there, you can see the other figures from this wave, at least the two new ones for the Foot Clan, and one for the Turtle side there. And Munchkin number 2 already has Fish Face. He really likes Fish Face, and I happen to have found a Fish Face as well. So pretty cool to have these two newer figures. I was not able to find the metal head yet, so I'm still on the lookout for that. And also picking up some of the other figures that I haven't picked up yet, and such as this one. I was able to pick up a Shredder to lead the Foot Clan in my collection, and I really like the Nickelodeon figures. They're actually done pretty well. Now the main turtles get all the nicer articulation points, and the rest of the figures are kind of skimped on as far as articulation, but the sculpt is still pretty good overall, and I really like it. And I plan to pick up the other figures that I have missed out on so far, like Krang and Foot Soldier here, with Munchkin number 2 already has this one, and of course Splinter and April I plan to pick up. And I know that Munchkin number 2 wants a Shredder and a Krang, so we're gonna take a look at those. But these I was able to pick up at Target for $8.49. At the time I bought them, they were on sale. So, and I think Walmart has them even cheaper, less than $8. So take a look at your Walmart if you're wanting to find newer figures, such as this cool looking Dog Pound, which is really neat. I really like this guy. So those are some goodies I was able to find at Target. Now the rest of the goodies I'm going to share with everyone, I was able to find at just Toys R Us, which is pretty interesting, because a lot of folks tend to rip on Toys R Us due to mainly their higher prices compared to others at retail. But in my area, Toys R Us is really the only store chain that really has anything worth picking up. It's really hard to find other stuff at Target and Walmart. Fortunately, I was able to find some of the stuff I showed earlier, but it seems, just looking at what I was able to acquire this past week, the majority of the goodies are from Toys R Us, and we're going to go ahead and share some of the stuff I was able to find. Such as this right here. This is a DC Universe 2-pack of Azrael Batman and Batman, and this, I believe, was available, or readily available, at least to our friends up north in Canada for a while now, and I was beginning to be afraid that it would not be available down here in the U.S. But just, I think it was late last week on Friday, I was able to find this set. I'm very happy because I've been really looking forward to this particular set. Now, this set is a bit pricier. It's about $32 here in the U.S. And before I actually saw this set in person, I was really only interested in the head of the Batman figure, to head swap it with my Wave 1 Batman. Yes, I was willing to pay $30 just for the head of Batman on there, and really didn't care about the rest of the figure or the other figure. But after seeing this in person, I'm really liking this red version of Azrael Batman. It looks really nice. Now, I can't even remember if there was a red-colored armored version of Azrael Batman. I don't remember reading that in the books or seeing it in the books. So I don't know if this was just a repaint for the toy itself. I don't know if it represents an Azrael Batman from the books that was armored. I know there was a hooded version where he was red, but I don't remember an armored version that was red for Azrael Batman. Please let me know if there was, and which issues they were in. He was in, but I can't remember. But it's still, looking at it, it's a really nice looking figure. I really like that Azrael Batman in person. It's very, very nice. This set did cost $32. So $30 just for the head, yeah, I was willing to pay for it, but it's nice to know that this Azrael Batman is a very nice looking one, nice figure. I'm glad to get this. Some other goodies at other Toys R Us I was able to find. I was able to find this here, Transformers Prime. This is a Voyager class Dreadwing, and I can't remember who else is coming out in this class of Transformers Prime, but very happy to see Dreadwing in Voyager class, and picked this one up, of course. And this one was $26, but I have not seen anything new Transformers wise at other retailers. It's like I said, it seems like Toys R Us seems to be the only places I've been able to find it. So I'm willing to purchase it at Toys R Us at the much higher price, but it doesn't bother me that much. So, but pretty cool to have a Dreadwing here. Now, they also had some pretty interesting Transformers figures as well, and was able to find this at Toys R Us, Transformers Prime First Edition Terracon Cliff Jumper. I thought I read some news that the first edition Transformers are coming back to the US. I don't know if it was a decision made by Hasbro or if they just found some extra stock or what, but if you're not aware, they actually canceled the first edition line just when it was coming out in the US, so we never really saw especially the Voyager versions like Bulkhead and Optimus Prime. I think very few retailers in the US ever saw it, but I never saw it, and I had pretty much given up on the first edition line of Transformers, but it seems like they're coming back, which is cool, and I really have no intentions of picking up other first edition other than a few, one of them being here, the Terracon Cliff Jumper. Now, I have a regular Cliff Jumper, which is nice, and this one is actually pretty interesting. It's basically, it's not the same as the San Diego Comic-Con Terracon Cliff Jumper. Of course, this one is just a little bit different. It's not as detailed, you could say, as the San Diego Comic-Con, but it's a nice substitute, which I like. And pretty cool to pick this one up. And I also was able to pick up this one here, a Viacon Transformers. Now, Viacons have been very hard to find, whether it's the first edition or the Robots in Disguise version. And I'm glad I was able to pick this up here and find it. And because I don't have a first edition Viacon. I do have several of the Robots in Disguise version. And this one here is a little bit different compared to the Robots in Disguise as far as sculpt-wise. And I think a couple things, I think in bot mode, this version has like a more of a backpack than the Robots in Disguise version. So he is a little bit different than the other Viacons, but I think he'll still fit well with my Viacon squad. And I'm going to have this particular Viacon represent, I guess, not the officer of the Viacons of my squad, but more of like a NCO version of my Viacon squad. Now, these first edition Transformers I was able to find for $15. I have not seen any of the Voyager first editions, which I really do want. The Bulkhead and Optimus Prime, I'm hoping they will come out pretty soon. So, but pretty neat finds at Toys R Us. Still some more stuff at Toys R Us. I was able to pick up this here. This is a Gears of War 3 Journey's End Marcus Phoenix. And this figure has been out for a while by NECA. And actually, I was hesitant to pick it up, but I did want to pick it up because this version of Marcus Phoenix was originally going to be an exclusive, but it finally became available wide release. So I finally decided to pick it up before it disappeared altogether anyways. And also I picked it up because I happened to see some of the newer NECA figure releases and I was kind of bummed by it actually. And I decided to pick this one up instead. And but some of the NECA stuff I've found recently, such as the Prometheus figures, the Assassin's Creed figures, the new figures, and the what else was there? There's some other NECA figures that I was not quite happy with. That mainly due to quality. It seems like the new releases of NECA figures have really slipped in quality, especially the Prometheus. I was looking forward to picking up an Engineer. And there were quite a few that I was able to find. Was able to find at least 15, 16 Engineer figure sets spread out over 3 or 4 Toys R Us's in my area. But each and every single one of them had bad paint eye application. I could not find one I was happy with. 15, 16 sets. All of the eyes were skewed to the left, right, up or down, or just everywhere. And it's just really disappointing. And I picked this up in consolation, and not finding a Prometheus figure I was able to find. I did pick up one of the newer ones, such as this one here, Assassin's Creed Revelations. But this one I had to go through several of them to find one I was happy with. I found not as many as the Engineers. But I was able to find a few of the Revelations figures at one Toys R Us, and everyone except for this one had some sort of issue, whether it was the arm was bent or the eyes again were painted very wonkily. I picked out the best of them. This one still has some issues, but I think it's issues that I can actually fix once I get this guy out of the package. Such as the hood on this particular figure here. But again, a lot of them not very happy with due to quality issues. So I don't know if that's the reason why these newer NECA figures haven't come out until just now. There seemed to be a dry spell over the summer of new NECA figures, but but they finally hit, and I'm wondering if they had some quality issues before they distributed these. But you just gotta keep looking, I guess, if you find one that you're wanting to get in good quality. Also, I was able to pick up this here, an Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Onyx Assassin. Really put off getting it until now. I decided to get it now because since the newer Assassin's Creeds are coming out, this may disappear pretty soon. And I wanted to get a hooded version, but all I could find were the unhooded versions until I was able to find one at a Toys R Us here. The only one mixed in with a whole bunch of unhooded Onyx Assassins, and I'm glad I was able to find that one. And this one is $15 as well. And at Toys R Us, I was also able to pick up a few Hobbit figures. I decided to pick up a few of the other 6-inch figure sets I did not have yet, and I'm glad I'm finding them because they seem to be going pretty fast compared to the 4-inch scale versions. I've been to several Toys R Us's over several times and found out it seems like they really only have one wave of 6-inch figures. I have not seen them restock any of the 6-inch figures, but have seen restocks of 4-inch figures. So I don't know if the 6-inch line is more limited in scope, but I'm glad I'm able to find a few, such as Bilbo Baggins here. Pretty cool figure, and I haven't done a size comparison, but I think he's on scale with the other Hobbits from the Toy Biz line. And this one is actually pretty nice. I really do like the sculpt on this. This one, the 6-inch figures are about $15. And since I'm able to find more of the 4-inch scale versions, I'm putting that off a little bit until I can find more of the 6-inch scale versions. Now, I found pretty much every single one except for one. But I was able to find Legolas Greenleaf, and it seems that the elves and humans and are a little bit smaller scaled compared to Toy Biz, and but the quality on it's still pretty nice. So you can see the figure here of Legolas is pretty nice, nicely detailed. Again, to follow in Toy Biz's footsteps. And I did some research and found out that some of the folks that are designing these Hobbit figures, the Bridge Direct there, some of the folks from the Bridge Direct were from Toy Biz and worked on the Lord of the Rings figures, so you can see where some of the quality has carried over. The articulation is a little bit more limited, but the quality is still pretty good. And I was also able to find a Gandalf the Grey, and which is pretty nice actually. I really like it, and he's a little bit smaller scaled compared to the Toy Biz version as well, but still a nice pickup to find Gandalf the Grey. Now, the only one I've been able to not find in 6-inch scale is the Tariel figure. I did find one Tariel figure, but she had a blemish on the middle of her forehead. Somebody's fingerprint, the packer probably, had left their mark on Tariel. But so I decided not to pick it up, and I'm starting to regret it now because, like I said, these guys have been disappearing. I have not seen any restocks of the 6-inch scale, so I'm regretting not picking up that Tariel figure because I haven't seen one since. So, but this is my casual peek into my Goody Haul report for the 3rd week of October of 2012. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.